Welcome to G Tips Beauty Company, where we serve you glam on a silver platter. Hey y'all, so I am back with another nail tutorial and I'm going to show you guys how I painted this butterfly. So I'm going to jump right into it because for some reason I wasn't filming when I first started and I hate when I do that. But anywho, first I painted the outline of what I kind of want the butterfly wings to look like. You see, I kind of made that kind of point there to kind of just reflect a nice pretty butterfly wing. You can pull up a picture on Google and kind of draw the picture that you see on Google. That's kind of what I did because I wasn't really sure of what I wanted the outline to look like, so I just put a picture on Google and I kind of got to work. So I drew the outline of the top wing and the bottom wing on one nail, and then I'm also going to go back and draw the outline on another nail. Now that I have it outlined how I want it, I'm just filling it in with the base color. This color is going to be pink, and y'all, my fingers were going every which way but straight, so I had to push them suckers down. I had to squeeze them suckers tight together to get this to look symmetrical. That was a key thing. I wanted it to look symmetrical. I wanted it to look even on both sides. So you'll see me adjusting my fingers. But anywho, now I am tracing the second finger. This is going to be the other half of the butterfly, and I'm doing the outline of the butterfly. I'm drawing the outline first, and I'm holding them close together so that the second finger that I'm drawing, which is going to be the other half of the butterfly, I'm holding the fingers close because I want them to look like twins. I want them to almost be like identical, but they're not going to be identical because we're just not there right now, but they're going to look like twins, right? So I'm going to hold them together and I'm going to literally try to draw the other half of the butterfly the exact same way. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing my outline first, and then once I complete the outline, I'm going to color in the base of the butterfly. And as you kind of see, it kind of looks like a butterfly. Like we're getting there, and I like it. Now that we've completed the outline of the butterfly and we've also colored it in, I'm going to take my black gel polish here and I'm going to use that to kind of trace the outline of the butterfly. It's going to give it this super nice, bold effect, and I kind of like it with the black traced around it. You can use the regular color that you have and then just layer your other colors on top depending on if you're using other colors. But for this butterfly, I'm literally just using pink, black, and white. So I'm going to take my black here and I'm going to outline the outside of the butterfly to give it this nice crisp shape. It's going to give my wings that point. It's going to give it more definition, and it's just going to look so pretty. And here you see I finished the outline on one hand, or well, on one finger, and now I'm going to go in and outline on the second finger as well.
peasy, that's fly.
And here we have completed the outline and wings of our butterfly. Now, the next part of this butterfly, going and doing the detailed work on the wings, this part can vary from butterfly to butterfly. Like, it totally just depends on what you like. But one thing I definitely recommend is going in with thin lines to ensure that you've got the detail that you're seeing within like the butterfly wings. If you've seen butterfly wings, you'll see that there's like very detailed different shapes and lines in the wings. And you also want to use just a little bit of polish. You don't want to use a lot because more polish is thicker lines, so just use like a little thin amount of polish and just kind of create the circles that you see on the inspo picture that you pull up. Different butterflies have different wing designs, so you kind of just want to just do what you see on the picture. Just draw different circles and trust yourself and breathe and make the wings look identical with whatever design that you try to do. Whatever you design you do on one wing, you have to do it on all other three wings. You have to do it on both two top wings and both two bottom wings. So be mindful of that as well when you're doing your wing designs. So if you look closely for this design, I drew my first initial long circle, and then I drew a series of smaller longish circles right next to that long circle, and the bodies of the short circles are parallel to that long circle. And then I'm using my black polish to go in and make those lines a little thicker so that you see the definition of the circles more. And now my thumbnail's kind of in the way, but I'm literally doing the exact same design that I did on that top wing, on the bottom wing, but in an opposite direction. So I'm going to draw the big circles. I did 2 big circles, and then I did 2 smaller circles on the ends of the bigger circles. Really, it looks like 3 circles. So we did 3 circles on the bottom wing, and then we did 2 circles. So not 2 circles and then 2 circles. So do 3 at the bottom and then do another 2, just to kind of give you more definition. It just looks better. Like, you could leave it at 2, but I think 3 just gives you more detail in that butterfly wing. And now I'm just going in and making those lines darker, and as you can see, we've got a pretty good thing going here. Right now I'm just taking in my black polish and filling in those spots, filling in any kind of gaps or any lines that may look transparent when I don't want them to be. I'm just filling those in, but I kind of got a good thing going here with the half of this butterfly. Looks good. And now y'all see my fingers are going all willy-nilly crazy. I gotta try to line them back up again, but I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on the previous finger, on this finger where I have my big circle, and then I'm going to draw 3 circles with the back of those circles along the side of my big circle, and then I'm going to do the 3 circles on the bottom wing and the 2 circles after the 3 circles. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you just watch and follow along and keep trying, and main thing is pull up your picture on Google, because the picture of the butterfly that I might be using could be different from the picture of the butterfly that you may have to use. So you just pull up a picture and you try to recreate the picture best to your skill set. Like, don't pull up this super difficult picture of this butterfly and think that you're going to recreate that, and you know you're not really good at drawing butterflies. Like, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your client. Don't make it painful. Pull up something that you think that you can do, or something that doesn't look that difficult, and try to recreate it. Like, don't be out here crying over your clients because you pulled up a super difficult picture on Google and you're trying to recreate it, and now you're looking crazy, your client's looking crazy, and everybody's sitting there crying. It's not good. So, do what works for you, but challenge yourself as well. If you're at home and you're practicing and you've got the pretty basics of a butterfly down, try to do an advanced butterfly. Try to add some glitter, try to add some ombre in there somewhere. Take it up a notch. Don't just leave it at the basics. You can always improve it at some place. So definitely try to do that. Try to do smaller butterflies. Big butterflies on long sets, I would say, could be easier than smaller butterflies on short sets, because you have more room to maneuver your designs. But try to do the same butterfly on a short set and see if it's just as easy as doing it on a long set. Challenge yourself. Don't stop. Keep going. But anywho, y'all see it. I'm doing the design now on the bottom, and as my fingers, they are going crazy, y'all, but I'm still trying to keep it symmetrical. That's another thing. When you're doing designs that spread across multiple fingers, you want to make sure that the design is evenly symmetrical across the fingers. Like, you don't want one finger, half of the butterfly bigger than the other half. You just don't want it looking crazy. You want it looking good. You want it looking like you cut out a sticker, you cut the sticker in half, and you just put the sticker on your nails. You didn't have to make one half of the sticker bigger than the other half or anything crazy. It just looks good. Alright, and now we are all done with the inside design of the butterfly leaves. You see it. They look good. Yes, little butterfly. Flutter on, hunty. Flutter on, because baby, you is looking good. And now I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to kind of fill in the wing area that has the dark before you kind of do like the spots or things that you might see on the butterfly. If you pull up a picture of the butterfly, you'll see that on the wings there's kind of like a darker area, and then as you get closer to the body of the butterfly, that's when you start to see the designs within the wings. You start to see more color, but usually around the edges of the butterfly it's like this a dark outline. So I'm just making it darker here, and you can leave it undark, but I think it looks a lot better dark. And then when you put that black kind of over the base color, it kind of ombres it a little bit. Like, the black is not just black, it's like a blackish pink a little bit, where it just looks a whole lot better. Like, look at that first finger outline compared to that second finger outline. Like, it just completes the design. You can literally see the difference as you're putting the outline on one finger versus the outline that doesn't have the finger. Like, you can literally see how it looks so much better and looks so much more crisp, and it looks much more complete than if you weren't going to leave that black outline. It just looks a lot better to me. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just retracing that outline, making it a lot darker, making the details kind of how I want them, and they're looking so good. If you are following along during this tutorial, like, I hope your butterfly is looking good as well. And if it's not, pause this video, stop this video, and grab you some alcohol or some acetone, swipe that nail off, honey, and redo it again. Like, it's okay. We're practicing. We're here for each other. This is a look and learn, and baby, we're looking and we're learning. Y'all, this was my first time doing this butterfly. First time doing this butterfly. This video is 20 minutes, but this butterfly took an hour. I did this butterfly on my lunch break. That's how I know it took an hour, because I only get an hour lunch. Y'all, this butterfly took me the entire hour. Even though this video is chopped down and edited so that you didn't see the times where I swiped the nail clean and started
taking
over,
my black polish
believe me,
and making
it's okay.
it nice
Practice
and
practice
outline
it.
like the previous
These are
finger.
nobody's
And you
nails.
can- like I
These
said,
are
you
my
can see
nails.
the
I mean,
difference
I'm
between
somebody, but y'all,
the
this is not a
outline
client's
designs,
nails. These
the
are
wings
my
with the
nails.
black
So,
around the edges versus the wings that
baby,
don't have the black
use your
around the edges.
canvas, use your
It just
nails,
looks a
and
lot better,
practice,
so.
practice, because you don't want to be advertising the fact that you can draw a butterfly, and then you get out there and a client, and you can't. So, practice, and challenge yourself. Like I said, this is my first time drawing a butterfly, and look how good it came out. Why? Because we trust ourselves, we trust the process, we invest in good quality products, we invest in good quality brushes, and we just relax and we practice and we learn to get it right. Now I'm just adding some finishing touches and going back and looking at it again to see what it looks like. I'm going to add some more black down here at the bottom. At this point, I pretty much got the outline of the butterfly that I want, and I'm just adding some more dark color, adding in some more details where I see fit for my preference. And like I said, you do what works for you. When it comes to nail art, there is kind of no right or wrong nail art. The only thing is like clean or sloppy. Can you see the idea that you was going for, or does it look like it's all over the place? And right now I feel like you can see the idea that I'm going for, and I'm 110% satisfied. So now I'm completing what would be the body of the butterfly. If there was an actual butterfly, the body of the butterfly would be kind of like on the inside of my fingers here. So I'm going to do like just a little black on the inside of the butterfly, and I'm also going to make his little antennas for if he, was a real butterfly. They would have antennas and they would have like a little head and things like that. So I'm just adding in that detail here. But if you don't want to, you truly don't have to. Like, it's totally up to you. You can roll with this design of the butterfly, but I like to add in more details. So I'm just gonna draw like what would be his little body here, and then I'll draw like an antenna kind of going from his head. Here my fingers going all willy-nilly again. I gotta hold them together, but I'm gonna draw like his little head. And y'all, I had to kind of tighten my fingers up and squeeze them together, try to get them to stay straight during the rest of this tutorial. But this is what we got, and we're gonna do like the other little half of his head here, if he had a head, and we'll do him some really nice antennas for the top of our butterfly as well. The antennas, you can do straight lines or you can do squiggly lines. Like, it's totally up to you. It's totally up to whatever you want your butterfly to look like. I did decide to do the swiggly antennas. They're kind of squiggly. They're kind of like diagonal slanted a little bit. I don't know what you explained it, but y'all, they look like the picture on Google. So do your antennas like the picture on Google. You could have them squiggly or you can have them straight. Like, it's totally up to you. It's your nail art. It's your nails. It's your client. It's your picture. Do what works for you, hunty. But I did kind of draw mine kind of like squiggly straight a little bit. Last but not least, I'm going to take my dotting tool. I picked the smallest size that I had because you can always go bigger, but it's harder to go smaller when you already put the paint down. So I used my dotting tool, and I used white gel polish to create these dots around the outline of the butterfly wings, and it adds a lot more detail to the butterfly. And you just want to do these dots all around. You can do them around the top, all around the bottom. You can make them whatever size you see fit, whatever size you see that looks good. As you see, I'm just creating the dots all around the outline of the butterfly. so I've added the remaining of the dots, and the butterfly looks so good in the end. So I added my top coat, and this is it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and come back for more.